look out my window.
Hello, traders. Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold. It is Thursday, June 24th, and this is the Daily Report. Forex Gold is currently trading at approximately $12.45 with a high today of about $12.48, so it's up about $8. Traders, I am seeing some absolute resilience in the market. In fact, every time they try to take this market into the 12.20 area, we get buying the dip mentality and fresh buyers are entering in the market. What we are witnessing is an absolute flight to quality right now. Whereas there was a distinct possibility for traders to take profits in the gold market, the opposite has happened. We have not been able to breach that upward trend that we have been witnessing, although it has been moving down and broke slightly below these particular what I'll call my upside channel, which is right in here on both trading days. And I'm basing that on this low here and this low here. We have had very solid moves to the upside as traders came in and bought the gold market every time it traded below. So even with our trend lines that I'm drawing, you notice that these closes are well above that, and the direction of gold is continuing higher. We have weaker economic data which has come out. We have a stock market that is under pressure. And traders, what we are witnessing here is in a typical market, such as we witnessed back in December of last year, the lack of news or just the slightest news would genuinely take the market down. In this case, what we are witnessing is a market which absolutely wants to trade higher. Traders, what we are witnessing is absolutely an investor fear in our overall economy. Now, gold prices were reversing some of the earlier losses, and the initial jobless claim last week fell slightly to about 457,000. But realize this is a persistently high number in terms of a jobless rate, and in essence, it underscores, according to the street, it underscores the fragileness of the U.S. economy as it attempts to recover and dampens any investor optimism. And also, we have investors waiting the final form of the financial regulation bill, which is going to be finished, or should be finished, I should say, sometime early this evening. Another interesting thing that we are witnessing currently in the market is that the yield on 10-year Treasury bonds was at 3.10% as investors rotated into the U.S. dollar. A lower yield, according to the street, means the Treasury doesn't have to raise interest rates to entice investors to lend money to U.S. investors. And it seems as though investors are torn between gold and the U.S. dollar as which is the safest place to put their money in. And those two assets typically move in an inverse correlation. Now, we have absolutely seen a diversion from what typically was that inverse correlation. Because typically a U.S. dollar which is strong will hurt gold as investors either move their money into gold or they move their money into the dollar. But typically, and we talked about this the last couple of weeks, gold has been bucking that inverse correlation to the U.S. dollar. And it's because the European debt crisis has exploded. And now, unlike prior times, both the U.S. dollar and gold are being looked at as safe haven investments. So whereas in other economic times we would see them move apart, we are watching them actually move in tandem. It is the first time that we have seen that in many, many years since the gold standard, actually. Now, this is very, very strong, not only for the dollar, but it is for gold. So, what are my recommendations? As long as this market is going to trade and stay up here, we are going to look to buy the dips. We are going to recommend that traders put a limit order into the market and actually look to buy the market on one of these dips. I would be comfortable buying it at 1235 or better. We would need to place our stops at 1220. So we can enter a limit order, look to buy the dips, buying it at 1235 and placing stops at 1220. This has been Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold. Wishing you, as always, good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for the weekend wrap-up. Bye-bye.